at this time, if I could everybody rise if you can. So ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem this evening will be sung by our senior, Ana Santiago. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? So before I start, can we just have another round of applause for Miss Ana Santiago? Please be seated. Ana, that was really beautiful. Thank you. So good evening. Welcome, family, friends, distinguished guests, and the graduates of the Elizabethtown Area High School class of 2021. As the superintendent of schools, I am so very proud to be standing before you this evening on behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff here at E-Town as we celebrate this very momentous occasion. Now tonight, this esteemed group before us, in their signature blue caps and gowns, are making history for the Elizabethtown Area School District. These young people are the very first group of students to participate in a full mid-year graduation ceremony. May I have a round of applause for these young people? In previous years, we've had individual students complete early graduation requirements so they could pursue post-high school credentialing and education, enter into the military, and/or their chosen career field. We've recognized their achievements individually and only held an official graduation ceremony at the end of the school year. However, this year, we had a large group of students pursue this path simultaneously. We are so excited to see so many of you take advantage of this option and have all of us be able to celebrate with you, even if it's in a mask. As a district, we look forward to offering the same opportunity for future classes in years to come. In addition to being recognized as the first mid-year graduating class, what impresses me even more about your accomplishments this year is that all of you have earned this distinction in the midst of a worldwide pandemic and the uncertainty that has gone along with it. We recognize that these past 11 months may have been very difficult on you and/or your families. We were all reminded that life could change in the blink of an eye, and that sometimes, regardless of anyone's best efforts, you could still experience disappointments and unexpected challenges. So to me, tonight underscores your level of dedication to learning the skills necessary to graduate, your steadfastness in demonstrating your knowledge in a variety of different ways, your perseverance to keep moving forward in some of the most unusual times for all of us, and your commitment to working toward your goals and dreams. Your efforts make me think of the American thought leader, Roy T. Bennett. Mr. Bennett states, "Difficulties and adversities viciously force all of their might on us and may cause us to fall apart, but they are necessary elements for individual growth and reveal our very true potential. We've got to endure and overcome them and move forward. Never lose hope. Storms make people stronger and never last forever. When you start living your dreams, there will always be obstacles, doubters, mistakes, and setbacks along the way. But with hard work, perseverance, and a self-belief, there is no limit to what each of you can achieve. Your individual stories of how and why you got here today were most likely influenced by the people in this very room, in addition to many others, both in your personal life and in the education community. Each of you had made the decision to proactively lay out a path forward to graduation, developing and implementing a can-do mindset using the power within yourselves. And we realize that sometimes that was hard. As a result of your determination, though, you have now achieved just one of the many goals you have for your future. Our district's mission statement is every student graduates ready to live, learn, and thrive in a global community. Remember, as you continue your life journey, that is typically the small actions that no one sees that lead to the big results that everyone wants. By being intentional in your thoughts, words, and actions, you will be better equipped to live, learn, and thrive. You all have a very bright future ahead of you, and we look forward to hearing your many accomplishments as you move forward. Some of you are entering the military, and we sincerely thank you for your service. Some of you have jobs already lined up and are anxious to get started on this path. And others of you are pursuing additional education so you can gain new knowledge and skills to be applied to your chosen career. Please continue to develop healthy, productive life goals and be willing to put in the hard work and effort in achieving them. Now, this graduating class is very special to me because I had the honor and privilege to join the Elizabethtown Area School District when they entered kindergarten. So this is my very first class from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. And it's been my sincere pleasure watching you grow and develop. As such, for the class of 2021, you have my heart, my well wishes, and my prayers. No matter where life takes you on the journey you are on, you will always be an E-Town Bear. Go on and take on the world, make us very proud, and please come back and visit us sometime. Thank you.
Wow, it's been a long time since I've actually been in a school where there's people allowed to be during some of us being here. And it's with hope that I hope that all of you can look around and see that there's people here, and it gives you hope that we're going to move forward with this pandemic. As we come together this evening to celebrate your graduation, let's pause for a moment and just realize what these students have accomplished. Tonight, as we celebrate your graduation, please note that this is the school's first winter graduation. We've called it mid-year, we've called it winter. But in any event, it's made possible by your determination, your hard work, and truth be known, a pandemic. Because as we've been able to adjust our schedules, it's allowed you to do this. Last year, as COVID hit, it became clear that a lot of our normal traditions were not going to be able to be held. So we transitioned our fairgrounds into an impromptu stage celebrated graduation in a very personal way. One student, one family, and one moment. Tonight, we do it with all of you who have accomplished so much in such difficult times. We have offered school differently, and all of you have opted to take advantage and earn your diploma early. So many, in fact, that we were able to hold this graduation ceremony for all of you tonight. Truth is, yes, it's cold out. Yes, I really do believe that all of you should take a moment when this is all over to go outside, find a huge snowbank, and get your picture taken with your gown on in front of it to prove that, yes, you did graduate in the winter. You see, you have elected to take charge of your life, and you will make the most of an early graduation to move forward with whatever plans you have decided fits your ambitions. To that, I offer my congratulations to all of you, not for just what you have accomplished here at Elizabethtown Schools, but for what you will represent and graduate and do in the future. When you walk out of here tonight, you leave your high school years behind you. But so much more importantly, you lead your class with hope and understanding that fear and being afraid of the unknown has no place or no grip on what can be achieved by those willing to face life head on. So tonight I salute you, our first winter graduating class. May you be as successful with your future endeavors as you have here at Elizabethtown Area School District. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I know that the majority of you sitting before me today have a plan for the future, as you have made a decision to graduate early to begin that plan. Without thinking about it, you constantly plan. You plan for small things, like what you're going to have for dinner tonight, or where you're going to go to do this spring and summer. And you plan for big things. That is why you are sitting here today. You planned your next steps, what career you want to have, what post-secondary education will you need, what kind of person you want to be. Plans of all kind are part of human nature. Plans are security, a safety net protecting us from all the unknown, from failure. Plans, as with the passage of time, are inevitable. And when they work to our advantage, they're great. But you know what? Life rarely goes according to plan. And we all fail sometimes. When I was 24, my life was certainly not going according to plan. I became a single mother working multiple jobs to support my young daughter and myself. I was up to my ears in student debt. I had no idea where life was going to take me. But I loved to teach, and I believed that was my future. I believed that I could succeed, and even though I was rejected and had failed attempts to land a teaching position at first, my failures became my successes because I finally landed a teaching job that I absolutely loved. I was a middle school English teacher. Yes, middle school, and I loved it. Working with students was my passion, and in front of a classroom was the one place I truly belonged. Teaching made me happy. It also opened the door that allowed me to further my career in education. I worked hard, I persevered when the odds were against me, and now I am here standing before you all today. I believed in myself, and I believed I could succeed. Chances are, I wouldn't be here without that tough time in my life because it taught me not to back down in the face of failure. I wouldn't have found such a ferocious determination to succeed in the one area I knew I belonged had I not failed at the one I didn't. The next phase of your life will be different from anything you've ever expected. Whether you're going to college, into the workforce, or into the military, you're taking your first steps into adulthood. It's going to be a little scary. There is no manual on how to succeed, at adulting. No one plan that guarantees success. All you can do is work toward what makes you happy. Sometimes that means going off book. Often that means you might fail. But failure is a blessing in disguise. Steven Spielberg was rejected by USC's film program more than once. Oprah was fired from her first news anchor job. J.K. Rowling's first manuscript, a little book we know called Harry Potter, was rejected by 12 publishers. Kanye West worked at The Gap as he tried to get into the music business. And Johnny Depp worked as a telemarketer selling pens, trying to break into the business. Plans will change. You will fail, and that's okay, because failure forces you to see yourself as you really are, rather than as what you think you should be. It forces you to make decisions that you never would have otherwise, but might just lead to something extraordinary. You are more than a plan, a checklist, or a bad grade. Your qualifications and shortcomings are not representations of your worth. Rather, you are your hopes and dreams. I encourage you to follow those, not some grand plan, as you embark on your next adventure. Congratulations to all of you. I'm so proud of you to sit here today, and I wish you the very best of luck in your next adventure. Now I would like to present your student speaker for this evening, Chase Shelley.
I want to begin by saying that I am not your class of 2021 valedictorian, and if it were any normal year, I would not be given the opportunity to give this graduation speech. Quite honestly, I have no idea how I'm even qualified to give this speech. I just barely finished in the top 20% of my class, and I'm not even going to college. However, that's why I wanted to come up on stage and give this speech. My goal is to give a perspective that is oftentimes lost during the typical valedictorian speech. We are all now seniors in high school, and I can confidently say that I've been awaiting this moment for years now. However, now that I'm here, I'm wondering how I even got here. All of us are at the age where growing up is not just a dream, but it's our reality, and we've hit a point in our lives where separation from each other is inevitable. However, this is the time where we grow as individuals and we open our minds to bigger and better things. And remember, it will be scary and there will be tough times, but on the other side of fear is growth, and let that be your motivating factor throughout your life. I'm now going to dedicate this speech to those who I consider the underdogs. I'm referring to the people who maybe weren't the most academically inclined and the people who struggled every day to show up to school. I feel you. I really do. Society likes to label people as a future success or a future failure based solely on your level of academic achievement. However, I want to make it clear that how well you do in high school does not define who you are and what you're capable of. Just because society might have labeled you as a future failure does not mean you have to accept that label. You are capable of anything that you put your mind to, and you are capable of financial and personal success as the people who are finishing in the top 10% of our class. A quote by Jenny Holzer depicts this idea perfectly. If you have many desires, your life will be interesting. This is a quote I have grown to love, admire, and then eventually I applied to my life. I think there's great importance in having a mental vision board that directs where you see yourself in the next few years, and even having some crucial goals that you would love to see yourself accomplish within this thing we call a lifetime. Never once does this quote mention anything about how well you do in high school or even if you choose to go to college or not. All this quote says is everything you'll end up with in the end all starts with an initial desire. I challenge all of you to desire your ideal life and work backwards from there in order to achieve that life. And most importantly, do not let your family, your friends, or society hold you back from achieving that perfect life. Find what makes you happy, motivates you to get out of bed every morning, and surround yourself with people who truly want the best for you. If you do all this, I am confident that you will live a self-fulfilled life that you are personally proud of. To end this speech, I want to make it apparent that I purposefully did not mention our current COVID-19 circumstances, and I didn't talk about all the fun things that our classes missed out on due to COVID-19. Quite honestly, I think we should just all be thankful that we're still alive and healthy and that we're here celebrating in person today. I believe it's only human to look at everything through such a negative lens, and if I'm being honest, that has never put me in a good state of mind. Everything happens for a reason, and I think it's silly to reminisce on things that could have happened, rather than simply enjoying the great things that have happened. So with that in mind, let's give a cheers to growing up, new beginnings, and the class of 2021. Peace out, high school.
And now the moment everybody's been waiting for this evening. To start us off, Ashlyn P. Arndt. Nicole A. Bender. Jace A. Bach. Sean J. Dahl. Mary R. Fisher. Gavin D. Giese. Mallory E. Hess. Damian R. Landvader. Daniel J. Longenecker. Chase C. Shelley. Angel C. Wyrick. Jaden T. Young.
Graduates, if I could have you stand, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to extend my congratulations to the class of 2021.
Mr. Siders. We're out of practice on this. Okay, so graduates, you're going to grab your tassel, right? And now, by the authority vested in me, by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and with the students present here today having completed all of the requirements set forth by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Elizabethtown Area School District, it is with great pride that I present to you the class of 2021 as graduates of the Elizabethtown Area School District. Graduates, to signify your accomplishment at this time, move your tassels to the left of your cap.
May I be the first to congratulate and welcome you as alumni of the Elizabethtown Area School District, and I wish you the best in all that you do in your future. Thank you.
So you can be seated, please. So we're going to dismiss by families tonight. Thank you all for coming this evening to celebrate the accomplishments of these young men and women. We are so proud of you, and we wish you the very best of luck. So I'm going to start with Jaden and Chase's family. If you want to head up and head out, there's a place for you to take pictures out there if you'd like to. And as Mr. Sider said, go outside and take a picture in the snow.